Imagine fighting through an entire army alone just to save one child, or defeating a massive fleet against impossible odds using only the wind. These aren't just ancient war stories. They are the ultimate blueprint for mastering chaos. Whether you're leading a community, a family, or a company, discover the strategy for winning hearts and overcoming overwhelming force. Are you a lone hero or a visionary strategist? Let's find out.
You know, we're always chasing the next big management trend, right? The latest book, the newest framework. But what if the most powerful career advice wasn't new at all? What if it was hiding in plain sight in these epic battles and political dramas from ancient history? Today, we're going to unlock leadership strategies that were tested under the most extreme pressure you can possibly imagine. A whole lot, it turns out. We're diving into the Three Kingdoms period of China, a time of absolutely brilliant strategists, legendary warriors, and high-stakes decisions where just one mistake could cost you literally everything. So think of it as the ultimate strategic simulation, a masterclass in leadership that scales from your very first management job all the way up to the C-suite.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, spears and shields, how does that translate to a world of spreadsheets and Slack channels? Well, the context has definitely changed, but the fundamental challenges of leadership, of strategy, and just plain old human nature, they haven't changed one bit.
I mean, the parallels here are pretty striking. Defending against an overwhelming army, that's the startup trying to compete with a market giant. Forging alliances with your rivals just to survive, that's today's cross-functional project, isn't it? The core challenges are exactly the same. The stakes were life and death back then, which makes the lessons they learned even more powerful for us today.
All right, let's start where most leadership journeys begin, right on the front line. Your job is all about execution, reliability, and just getting things done. And our archetype for this level is the legendary warrior Zhao Yun. So this story is it's incredible. At the Battle of Changban, Zhao Yun charges, completely alone, into an army of thousands to rescue his lord's infant son. He fights his way in, finds the baby, and then fights his way back out, covered in wounds but with the child completely unharmed. This is execution excellence, folks. It's doing your job flawlessly when the pressure is at its absolute highest. It's quality protection, safeguarding your most important assets, whether that's a key client or your team's morale. Ultimately, as a frontline leader, you are the foundation of trust. Your reliability is absolutely everything.
So, as you move up the ladder, you might become a regional manager, a commander, responsible for an entire territory. And your new challenge is this delicate balance between performance and collaboration. For this, we have the powerful but cautionary tale of Guan Yu.
Guan Yu was an absolute rock star. As governor of Jing province, he was a tactical genius. He inspired this fierce, incredible loyalty. His performance was so dominant that his enemies were literally thinking about moving your capital city just to get away from him. That's the rise. But, and this is a huge but, here comes the fall. He was arrogant. He insulted potential allies, he refused to work with other commanders, and he basically operated in a total silo. This created a fatal isolation, and when he was finally attacked, guess what? No one came to help.
And right here, this is the critical lesson for any regional leader. Yes, you have to optimize performance like Guan Yu did, you've got to hit your numbers, manage your territory, but his failure teaches us a vital truth. Collaboration isn't a nice-to-have, it's strategic survival. Hitting your targets while alienating your peers creates a massive vulnerability for the entire company. Real success means your region's success strengthens the whole network.
Okay, moving up again. We're at the divisional level. Here, you're not just managing a region anymore, you're orchestrating complex, cross-functional strategies. And your guide for this is the brilliant naval commander Zhao Yun.
So at the famous Battle of Red Cliffs, Zhu Yu faced an enemy army that was overwhelmingly larger. A head-on fight was suicide. So what did he do? He gathered market intelligence. He saw his enemy's weaknesses, their troops weren't natural sailors, they were getting seasick, and crucially, they had chained all their ships together for stability. This is the core of a division head's job, translating that high-level corporate strategy into a winning plan on the ground. He then orchestrated this complex fire attack, coordinating with a rival force, timing it perfectly with the shifting winds. It was just a masterpiece of strategic orchestration. And finally, we've made it to the top, the C-suite, the executive level. Your job is no longer just about winning the next battle, it's about architecting the entire war. And there is no greater architect in this whole story than the master strategist Zhuge Liang. Get this, before he was even famous, Zhuge Liang was just a scholar living in a hut. A local warlord named Liu Bei visited him 3 times to try and recruit him. And on that 3rd visit, Zhuge Liang laid out the Longzheng plan. This wasn't a plan for one battle. It was basically a 30-year corporate strategy for building a nation. It had clear, logical phases that everyone in the organization could understand and follow. This is what visionary leadership actually looks like, creating a clear, long-term roadmap to victory.
But Zhuge Liang's wisdom goes even deeper. The whole story of Liu Bei visiting him 3 times, that teaches us that executives have to personally invest their own time in recruiting and retaining A-level talent. But even more profound is how he handled a rebellion in the South. He captured the rebel leader 7 times and released him 7 times, until the leader submitted not out of fear but out of genuine respect. The crucial point here is this: executive leaders are culture architects. They don't just enforce compliance, they build true commitment by winning the hearts and minds of their people.
So, after time traveling through 2,000 years of strategy, what does this all mean for you, right now? Well, it means you've got a brand new set of tools to think about your own career path.
So here it is, your leadership toolkit on the front line. You got to master Zhao Yun's flawless execution. As you grow into regional leadership, you have to remember Guan Yu's tough lesson. Balance that high performance with collaboration. At the divisional level, learn to be a strategic adapter like Zhao Yun. And as you aim for the top, you need to cultivate Zhuge Liang's ability to build vision and culture. So ask yourself, which skill do I need to develop for my role today, and which one do I need for the role I want tomorrow?
Because ultimately, your career isn't just a series of jobs. It's your campaign. It's a long-term strategy, with different phases, different challenges, and incredible opportunities. These ancient leaders have given us the blueprint. The only question left is, what will your story be?
Got boosted? Feeling inspired? Brain still hungry? Here are some booster for you.